Hey, what's going on, cats and kittens? Madman here. So. Alright. So tonight I'm doing a little video on, well, more greaser grooming. Especially if you've got the long hair going, like I have. Got the back and the sides grown out. The last time you guys saw me do a video on greaser grooming, it's when I had, the fade on the sides and back and just had the pompadour and all that kind of shit. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm stripping my hair. I'm just kind of waiting right now. I've got the Aussie 3-minute Miracle Moist in my hair right now. And I'm going to go ahead and just give it a extra bit just for good fucking measure because I've used a lot of Murray's Superior Holding It this last week because it's getting a bit out of control, and I realize it's getting out of control. The sides are starting to poof out and the hair is starting to swirl on the top, and it's just not doing exactly what I want it to do. So I've been trying to combat that with extra grease. That works sometimes and it only works for so long, and then it's time to groom up. And that's what this video is going to be about tonight. Dig it! Okay, so the hair is set pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give it a wash. I'll see you cats in the next part of the video. And I'm back. The madman is back, and he is looking like a fucking madman. Or a chia pet. Anyway, so the hair's all dry. It's time to go ahead and cut this fucking bush of fucking greaser head of hair. Alright, I'm going to kind of start off by getting the tangles out of it, just kind of combing it back and all that. As you can see, the sides are poofing out. I mean, I feel like I'm wearing some kind of a powdered wig or something. It just doesn't feel or look right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to thin out the sides with the thinning shears. Because that's what I do. Get some of that thinned out. And what I'm doing with this is it's not cutting the length of the hair, it's just thinning what's already there so it just behaves a little bit better. You dig? See, that's already starting to take the weight out of it. When there's too much weight in your hair, it becomes a problem. Go ahead and do the other side a little bit. Always make sure you comb excess stray hair out. Take a look here. That is a hell of a lot better. Okay, and it will slick down once I put product in it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the top. Now, I'm not going to do the front as much when it comes to thinning the hair because it's actually... I got comments saying, oh, madman, it looks like your hair is thinning, man. You know, in the front, you're going bald. That's not true. That was because I thinned it a little bit too much with the thinning shears, and it just seemed to have this, as you can see right here and here, it's just that it's growing back a little bit slow, and the thickness isn't coming back as fast in the front because I thinned it too much last time when I did this. So, that's what you get. You live and learn. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and leave the front alone and just kind of take care of the back and sides a little bit. Just kind of thin it out. Just to take care of some of the shit. Try to take some of the weight out of it. Because I'll tell you, it's being a shit. It's so much so that it's gumming up my scissors. Imagine that. I know I'm not going to be thinning out the ducktail. The ducktail's nice and thick. It's coming in real nice. I'm not fucking with that. Even the thick bristled comb is now moving through it a lot easier. Any excess hair you get in your comb, just throw it in the trash can. No big deal. It's the idea is to take the weight out of it. See, I'm leaving the front alone this time, and it looks a lot better. Oops. What I am doing is I am going towards the back. I'm not messing with the area where the ducktail is going to be, but I am taking the weight out of the sides and back a little bit. As you can see, the shit's just gumming up like crazy. And that's just because of the thickness of the hair. Alright, I'm not going to overdo the thinning process. It's good enough. Okay, now for the rest of this process, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of an undercut. And that's so I can do the elephant's trunk tonight. So you guys can see, I mean, look how damn high my hair will go. And let's see if I can do like a little fucking extreme pompadour without any grease in it. Oh, let's see. Ah! Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at that pompadour. Alright, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of undercutting it a little bit with the regular shears. Let's take the front one. Wait a minute, I'm actually going to do this with a comb. Fuck it. Not even. Alright, let's get the front portion down and kind of out of the way. And I'm just going to clip up the front a little bit with the shears here, the regular shears. Take some of the craziness out of it. For an elephant's trunk, you really don't want your hair to be all that long in the front. I mean, because you don't want that shit draping on your nose. You kind of want it to be just about here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it to length for that. And don't worry, it'll still function for pompadour very nicely. It's just, you got to know how to cut it. Got to experiment. Something I don't know if you cats realize, this is years of experimentation for me. You know what I'm saying? This is years of experimentation. And I'm just kind of undercutting it a little bit. Try to take some of the height off the top. I'm just clipping the very ends. Make sure we get them sides. Them sides can be a bitch, because if they don't roll properly, your elephant's trunk is going to look like crap. So you need to have enough room for the roll on each side of your elephant's trunk. That's kind of an overlooked aspect, I think, of the elephant's trunk hairstyle. Oh, look at that, I got shit falling on my face. Alright, let's get the back portion done. Now, guys, remember, I'm not a professional barber or anything like that. I just have figured out through watching and experimenting how to do a lot of this stuff myself. Mind you, I do come from a family of barbers. It is in the blood, but I have not learned professionally. I just kind of understand how my hair works and what works for my hair, and I just do what I feel is right. All you can do is experiment. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of hair. Alright, let's go ahead and slick it back here, kind of get all the stray shit out of it. That's a lot better. Alright, let's start to actually getting to the styling process of doing the elephant's trunk. The two products that I'm going to be using for this is I'm going to be using Murray's Superior Hold and Brill Cream. Now these two do not mix because the Murray's is a wax, and once you put that in there, that's for hold, that's for stiffness. The Brill Cream is a grease, it's like an oil, and it breaks down the wax of the Murray's. However, if you have thick, wavy, dense hair like myself, and you're doing an elephant's trunk, you're gonna want a thick hold pomade and something very light and greasy and slick-like. And I'm going to show you how this works. This is usually a no-no, but it is an okay thing to do in this case, and you're going to see for yourselves. So let's do this. Starting off by getting a dab of Murray's. Let's go ahead and warm that up. We're going to use that for the sides especially. Murray's is good for slicking those sides back in the ducktail to get that to hold the shape and position you want it to. Let's get that in there. Let's get a little bit more in there. I'm going to rub it down like so, and maybe just a little bit more. Just a little bit more for hold, because I'm telling you that Brill Cream will wipe that Murray's out over time. Especially get it in the back. Alright, that'll do for now. Let's go ahead and put our Brill Cream in. A little dab will do ya. Maybe not in this case. That looks good. Smells fantastic. You gotta love when you have two great smelling products in your hair like Murray's and Brill Cream. Let's get that shit in there. Rub it in the back. And I will show you how this works. Just using the Murray's for a little bit of hold, so it kind of gives it some height and some kind of a shape. And we're going to use the Brill Cream to kind of finish it off and give it that polished, greasy look. That traditional, classic look. Alright, let's take that pick. Let's go up on the sides. Okay, slick your sides up and back, like so. Slick the sides up and back, like so. These sides are going to roll. Just going to roll it. Just going to roll it. And then kind of start rolling it towards the center, like so. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the thick bristled comb. Let me pull some of that hair out of there. Jesus. I'd take a lot of weight out of my hair. Okay, so let's start. It's almost like doing a pompadour in a way, but instead of it being flat and rounded out here, it's just going to roll in the front. And that's kind of what you want. You can even take your comb and kind of do the top a little bit. And guys, you know, everybody's hair is going to fall differently. It's all going to play differently. You just have to play with it. It's really what it comes down to. Bring it down in the front. You just have to know your hair. You have to know how it responds to different things, and you just got to play with it and figure out what's going to work for you. Now, I don't like that little part right there. Take your fingers, kind of get it in there. Push this hair forward and down. Give it a roll. Like so. Now for the back. You've got to ducktail it, right? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use a finer tooth comb for the sides and the back. Alright, let's get that ducktail in order. Alright. Looks like we got some pain in the ass pieces right here. Bye-bye. Good enough. Well, wait a minute. Bye-bye. There we go. You just sometimes, you know, you got to shape, you got to play with it. It isn't always going to look perfect. You just have to make it look perfect. You just have to work on it. And there we go. You got more of your old school, classic elephant's trunk with the ducktail finish right there. So what do you think, cats? You dig? Madman digs. Also, a last minute reminder. Now, I've stated in the previous video to send me a message on the Facebook fan page for all those who bought a t-shirt, a sticker, a poster, or whatever you've gotten off my store, to send it to me. Send me a picture of you with your shirt, your sticker and all that, and I will shout you out at the end of the month. I know it's past the end of the month and all that, but I'm still waiting for you cats to send me more pictures. I've only had two people send me pictures of stuff they got, and I know for a fact there are way more of you that are not doing it. You're not sending me pictures. So if you don't want to be shouted out, fuck it, don't be shouted out. That's fine. You got one more day to send it to me. Send me the stuff. I'll make the video. It'll probably be up by the 4th or 5th or something like that. I want to try to get as many of you in as I can, but if I can't, well, fuck it. You can send me a picture next month. Little update. I'm having some trouble with Teespring on payments. I'm not getting paid. They're dicking me around. I may be moving to another platform, maybe like Amazon Merch or something like that. I'll keep you guys updated, but most likely the Teespring store will be closed very, very soon. But I will be re-uploading stuff to another website, and I will, again, keep you updated. All right? Dig it. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful for you. For some of you that have the longer hair that are looking to kind of cut it yourself, reshape it, get it working the way you want it to, and to get a little bit of a elephant's trunk, hair tutorial and how I do it and all that. So, if you don't know, get a clue, get a brew, get a rock and roll tattoo. Hang loose and be safe. Madman is out. Adios.